In this lecture, we're going to discuss about that weak file permissions for and that writable that etc password file. So the etc password file, it's like another important system file found in that Linux operating system. So unlike that etc shadow file which stores that encrypted password, the etc password file contains that essential information about that users that account on the system. So let's say get etc and password. And etc password files are that essential information about that user's account on the system. Like each line in that etc password file represents one user account and typically includes fields such as that username, user ID, group ID, user full name, and then description, home directory, and the default shell. So we can like break down the first character or first word it's for that username. Then after the colon part, we can see that X, that's been that password which stored in that shadow file. Then user ID, UID, group ID, user information, home directory, and then shell. So we can read through this like for this back like breakdown, and like that etc shadow file, that etc password file which is typically that readable by all users on the systems to allow that programs and utilities to access basic user information. However, that sensitive information such as password is not stored in the file or security regions. Now we can verify that it's like writable or not. So with the help of that ls command, ls-l, and then etc password, and we can see the same permissions which given to that shadow file hyphen rw and hyphen rw, that's been read write permissions it have. So we have to that create the password, and we have to like generate a new password hash. So that open ssl, and then password, and then let's say root at the rate 123. So this is my password, and let's say if I check that su and then root, and let's say enter, and if I like put this password, because like right now I didn't change anything that in etc password to show you that root at the rate 123 is that authentication failure. Now we'll change into that password file. So let's say that nano etc and then shadow. Sorry, not shadow, it's etc password. So in PTC password, we like see in that breakdown that value of X, that's mean the password. So I just replace that X into that my new password, that encrypted password, that ciphertext, and then control O for write and control X for exit. Now we can see with that su and then root, and the password is that root at the rate 123, root at 123, and then paste and enter. Let me confirm. I could say it's changed or not. So yes, it's changed. So let's say su root and then root at the rate 123. Yes. So it's root at the rate Debian. We can see the dollar sign and that hash sign. That's mean whenever we see like in Linux server, like if these like those that files are editable, that have permissions, that weak file permissions, so we can directly that escalate the privileges. So this is the easiest method or easiest way to escalate the privileges to check with that shadow and that our password file.